Hello, how are you? Hi. So practically, we're going to talk about trauma, something we all have. We all have it. It's okay. You have it too. It's okay. It's okay. I have it too. It's okay. Those who know me are probably like a bit. Let me tell you something. I was going through a period of just like huge depression, like oh my god, just like terrible feeling. And I came to the realization that the whole reason for the long lifetime fucking stuff that I was going through was because of abandonment issues. So we're going to talk about abandonment issues today. Practically growing up, I was abandoned by my mother at 5 years old. She was physically there, but she wasn't emotionally, mentally, like she just wasn't there, if you know what I mean. She was physically there, just not there. Once my stepdad came into the picture, since I was 5 years old, that's where the abandonment came. And then throughout the years, I've seen some shit. I've been abandoned first by my mother, and little did I know it was going to carry on to this. I am 22, and even though I feel like I was late to it, at the same time I'm kind of early. So I really noticed a lot of toxicity within myself, of course. The fuck. I'm pretty sure that if you've dealt with me and if you've dealt with me, you're probably like, bitch, I've seen some shit. Let's kind of talk about it. So yeah, it's kind of like a little bit about my backstory. I was abandoned ever since I was 5 years old by my own mother. Me being a female, I needed my mother. You know, for a male, it's other dads. For me, it was my mother, and me and her are besties. Now we're so close. I love that woman. Even though she didn't do things right when I was younger, she is now. I had closed the abandonment issues trauma like almost a year ago, but it wasn't like fully closed. There was still like it was still a little open, but I had closed it enough to avoid it from damaging my relationships or whatever. But then I hopped into a relationship. It naturally came with literally the love of my life. He's always gonna be the love of my life. Always was, always will be, even if I end up marrying somebody else, which I will. But we always have that one person where it's like, no matter who I'm with, no matter what, you're always gonna be the love of my life, whatever, right? He ended up wounding me worse than what I already was growing up. And he just put me through abandonment issues heavy. So 1 minute he'll be like, oh yeah, I want to fix this with you. And then within like less than 24 hours, he'll be like, never mind, I have to be alone. Never mind, I spoke to my sister and so-and-so. Never mind, so-and-so. He did that constantly every single time. And it caused me for my wound and abandonment issues to reopen. So then I went into another relationship that naturally happened as well. And I ended up damaging him or putting him through things that I probably shouldn't have. But it wasn't like bad things. It was also just common sense of shit he was doing too. So it's not just all me, you know? And I ended up leaving that relationship because then he started treating me a certain way and I was like, we're not going to do that. The fuck? Bitch? So we're going to talk about abandonment, and right now I am in a journey of healing. I am in a journey of figuring this out, learning how to be a better me, because the last thing I want to do is repeat a pattern, repeat relationships, repeat all of that. I'm tired. It's getting better. Like little by little every day it's getting better. Honestly, everybody has abandonment issues. Literally everybody has abandonment issues. It's just a matter of how severe is your abandonment issue, you know? Some have it very severe, like for example me, it's very severe, and then others have it like mildly, and then some are just like, I have it but it doesn't affect me because it wasn't as severe as others who literally act on it, you know what I mean? So I'm just gonna kind of talk about what I've been learning. I ended up, the first thing that I said is, you gotta be alone. So I was like, okay. And I swear to God, I've removed absolutely everybody off my Instagram. The only people that I follow are content creators, people who inspire me, very, very close friends or coworkers, you know? So those are the only people that I talk to, that I talk to and that I follow or who I like to see on my feed. But I don't even respond to DMs. I don't respond to anybody. I don't care how cute and good looking you are or what you can provide for me. I know that I'm not in a space or mind to go into a relationship. As much as I want it, I'm not gonna do that to you or to me. So let's kind of get into what I learned. What is abandonment issues? So people with abandonment issues, for example, moi, we fear that we aren't safe. So for the same reason that we didn't feel that we were safe in childhood, it all starts with childhood and then it goes into you know, when you grow up, it goes into that, your teen years, your adult years. And sometimes people go through it and don't even realize that they have the abandonment issue until eventually they realize it late when they're like 40, 50s, you know. Abandonment issues are people who fear that we aren't safe. For the same reason that, again, I mentioned that it all starts with the childhood. Your inner child doesn't feel safe. I mean, the child, you being a child didn't feel safe. So growing up, you're not going to feel safe whatsoever. And we're forever going to have that inner child with us, that little girl, that little boy, and you're always going to have it. And you're going to act upon it. You're going to try whatever it takes to protect it, of course. And due to what you've been through before and trying to protect yourself, that's where you're going to end up looking for in a partner. But that's a whole different story. Apart from fearing that we aren't safe, what do? We develop extreme coping mechanisms. So extreme coping mechanisms could be sometimes being avoidant, sometimes isolating yourself, trying to be alone, feeling overdoing things to keep that person. Our coping mechanisms damage ourselves and others. So what are some coping mechanisms? We get attached too quickly and we overdo our love. We show too much love, too much affection, too much everything. We'll literally buy you a house just so you don't leave us. Like, we overdo everything because we are afraid that you're going to abandon us. So it's like, if I show him so much love, he won't have to look for it somewhere else, or she won't have to look for it somewhere else. If I am obsessed with him, he won't have to look for that anywhere else. If I always compliment him, he won't have to look for that somewhere else. If I do this, what the fuck, you know, we try to do the extreme to avoid them from abandoning us. It damages ourselves, I mentioned, but it also damages the other person. Because sometimes the other person can be like, you're fucking weird. Like, what the fuck? It could be like that. Or sometimes we end up abandoning you once we feel that little shift, that energy shift, where it's like, one moment he was texting me good morning with all these emojis, and literally this next morning he's texting me like good morning, but no emojis. Like, oh my god, he's already detaching. So before you know it, we end up abandoning you before you could abandon us, because in our minds it feels better to say that we left than to have to say once again they left us. That shit hurts. So we abandon you before you could abandon us. And again, as you can see, that's where you can see that it could damage themselves. Us who are not healed from abandonment issues prevents healthy relationships. We have so much suppressed anger and emotions that we weren't able to express when we were little, and now that we're able to, then we end up raging out, and we have very, very deep anger issues because of everything that we were holding in ever since we were little. So we expect to be abandoned. Like, the moment we meet you, we are extremely afraid to open up to you, just because we're like, this person's gonna abandon us. Or if we start catching feelings quick, because we feel the love, we feel wanted. That's all we want to feel. Once we feel that we're wanted and loved, then we're like, we get scared. And sometimes that's why we avoid emotions, why we avoid even like people in general or lovers in general, because we're like, this person's gonna abandon me. I'm not ready for that. I am scared. A bitch is scared. We attach to survive, quote, survive. So to want to be like, they're not going to abandon us. As I previously explained, we overdo everything. We overextend our emotions. We overdo gifts. We overdo everything to avoid being abandoned. To, quote, survive. It's in survival mode because we're always like overanalyzing everything. If I don't do this, he's going to leave me. If this happens, he's not going to leave me. Oh my God, if we get into an argument, he's already going to leave me. He didn't send me the same message as yesterday. He's leaving me. So we're in survival mode 24/7. Our greatest wound, something that will literally hit us to the core with a knife and just twist it, are people who are emotionally unavailable, who don't attach. And that's our greatest wound, because it's like, I'm showing you all this love. Where's mine? If you don't show me those intense emotions, if you don't show me that you love me, if you don't show me all of this, if you don't show me all this intensity, you're leaving me. We get hurt. We get hurt. If you don't tell us you love us, you're leaving me. So it sucks. And you can see where all the depression and the sadness and the anger could come out of a person, because it's just like suppressed emotions. I've always been abandoned by people, or I've always been the second chosen one. By that I mean they have always chosen somebody else over me, decided to believe someone else over me, so those are like triggers of abandonment that I consistently had to heal from and consistently had to feel. And that's why I'm a very sad girl. But after this healing is done, I'm gonna be so happy, and all the sadness is gonna be gone. Bye bye. We over intensify energy shifts. So how I've been mentioning, if you send us a message, or let's give another example. Let's say we're living together. Let's say we're living together and I get home from work and you're waiting for me by the door to give me a hug. Now, the next day I come back from work and you are just sitting down. Stop it! You're leaving me. You're thinking about leaving me. You're already falling out of love with me. What are you doing? What, I thought you were gonna be by the door. You always do that. That means you show so much love and affection, and all of a sudden you're laying down. What the fuck? That means you're gonna leave me. That means you don't love me anymore. We over intensify energy shifts. That's the tiniest energy shifts. Even through message, we over intensify. We overthink the hell out of overthink the hell out of everything, and we're just extremely sensitive to little changes like that. Changes like that in a relationship hurt because it's like, why are you showing me this, and all of a sudden you're showing me that. Literally, the person could be extremely tired off work. Maybe his feet hurt and he could be laying down, but maybe he's waiting for me to come to the bed, give him a hug, hi. But for the same reason that just yesterday you were by the door giving me a hug, and all of a sudden the next day you're here, you're leaving me, you don't want me anymore. You're literally losing emotions, you don't want me. So that's how we see it, when that's not the reality of it. We don't have enough emotional support towards ourselves to think through. You could see why we don't have healthy relationships. We do tend to have powerful responses to energy shifts. Ways that we can get triggered to give a powerful response. Let me just kind of explain what a powerful response is. Now, what is a powerful response? A powerful response is pain, grief, and deep anger together. We will lash the hell out of you due to the deep anger. We will bawl our eyes out because of the grief. And then we will panic because we already feel like you're leaving us due to the tiniest little bit of shift energy. So imagine all that together. Panic. Oh my God, I'm crying. And oh my God, now I'm mad at you. So all of that together, that's a powerful response. Now, what triggers us to react that way with a powerful response, whether it's one, two, or all of them together? Things that trigger it would be when we feel shameful, like we're not enough. Like, oh my God, I literally just gave him $500, but I don't think that's enough. Oh my God, I feel so shameful. Like, I should give him more. Feeling unseen. When we feel unseen, bitch, let me tell you something. When we feel unseen, oh, we literally cry. I literally, in silence, of course. Sometimes people react to it or express it when they're right in front of us, and then others react and express when they're gone, when you're alone. Like, for example, me right now, I bawl my eyes out because I was like, I made this much effort, and he didn't say anything about it. Oh, but let me tell you something. Throughout the entire day, I'm gonna be in panic, grief, and deep anger. Panic because I'm like, he didn't compliment me today. Oh my God, he's probably thinking about leaving me. Maybe he's falling out of love with me. And then grief because I'm like, he didn't compliment me. He must be looking at another girl. Oh my God, I'm not enough. And then deep anger. Let me tell you something. You did not, I can't believe he didn't compliment me today. I made this much effort. And oh my God. So you can see where the unhealthy relationships come in. And then also the tiniest little detachment from a partner. Like if a partner says, oh, well, I just kind of need some time alone. Oh, but time alone? Where? Why? Excuse me? I've literally been so overly emotional with you. I've been so loving, and you need some time alone? So those tiny little detachments, we feel it. We feel it. I am not the type of person to like just say it to your face. I learned to just calm down and overanalyze everything, but to overanalyze things and be like, okay, maybe this is how it happened. Maybe this is what he meant. Okay, let me just calm down. When I'm angry, I take a moment to step outside away from you to really think about it. Was it that serious? What did he mean? Let me calm down. Where was I wrong? And then I'll come back into the room, be like, hey, talk to me. What did you mean by that? This and that. So my abandonment issues are severe in certain aspects, but they're not severe. They're like mild in other aspects, because I still will give you time to relax when you're mad. Or when I'm upset. Of course, I'm human. I will lash out on you, but that's what I want to avoid, which is why I'm trying to heal all this abandonment issues, right? Damage gets done if we're triggered. Again, triggers being feeling shame, feeling unseen, emotionally detachment from partner, and there are many aspects to it, but this is mainly things that resonate with me. When we're triggered, we automatically get into survival mode. You didn't compliment me today? Oh, it's coming. The pain, grief, and deep anger. All that together is considered a powerful response. Something else is we overanalyze everything because we are hyper sensitive to emotions. So it ain't that serious. He didn't compliment me today. Normal people would say, maybe he's having a bad day. Maybe something's going on with him. Maybe he needs that compliment more than I do. For us, we are like, no, he didn't compliment me today. He's leaving me. Oh my God, he doesn't love me anymore. He's probably looking at somebody else. If I dress this way, oh my God. So you can see where the toxicity could come in. And we don't want that no more. We tired. We don't want that no more. We tend to pick, okay, this is the thing that I don't really understand. but we tend to pick emotionally unavailable people because it's comfortable to us. I need to do more research on that as to why we pick it. I know it's comfortable to us, but what about them gets us attached? Like, I have to do more research on that and understand that. Mind you, this is like barely something that I am figuring out within myself that I'm trying to heal, and these are like minimal things, but it's still like, why? We tend to put all the blame on ourselves after abandonment, which is true. I struggle with that. After somebody abandons me or leaves me or chooses whatever, I tend to put the full blame on me because I'm like, I didn't do enough. I wasn't as loving. Maybe he wanted more. I should have told him this. Maybe he would have felt special. We overanalyze everything and we always put the full blame on ourselves when we shouldn't. Sometimes it's just that dumbass that decided to leave you for somebody else. So that's something that I do struggle with heavy, which is what causes the major abandonment issues because I tend to feel like I'm not enough or so, but that's gonna stop. Boundaries are scary to us. Boundaries are scary. Why are they scary? For example, some boundaries could be like, hey, I need some 2 hours to myself throughout the day because I need some me time. Oh my god, you did not just say that to me. That's your boundary. I know you want to be alone, but you want to get rid of me? You want to be away from me? You need more time away from me? That's it. That's it. That's how we react. That's how we think. And that's how I don't want to think. That's when I start feeling like I'm not enough and so and so. Hell no. Boundaries mean he's falling out of love. Boundaries mean this and that. Obviously, that's not true. But with us, with abandonment issues, that's how we tend to think. Sadly, we take care and overgive for others more than we do ourselves. Because if I'm taking care of you enough, more than the normal people would, and overgive and over take care of somebody, then they would abandon us. We provide everything they want. Why would they abandon us? Something else is we seek validation. We seek constant validation. I need to know you still love me. I need to know that you're not going to leave me. We need constant validation because every day we feel like he's going to leave me today. He's going to leave me today. He's probably thinking about this today. Oh my God, he's probably talking about me. Maybe he's thinking about leaving me today. Maybe he's telling them, maybe he wants them instead of me. Oh my God, now I have to overdo everything to avoid him from leaving. So we need constant validation so we feel like we're not losing you. What the fuck? Like, what the hell am I doing? We cannot be doing that. We do tend to seek worst case scenarios. Let's say that you tell me I'm pretty randomly. You're just staring at me and I'm like, what? And you can literally just admire me and be like, you're so beautiful. He says I'm beautiful. Then he must have seen something that he doesn't like about me. So he has to reassure me that I'm beautiful, so I don't have to see what he sees in me. Well, he actually thinks I'm ugly. I don't think so. I think he's lying to me. Does he actually love me? I'm guilty of that. When somebody calls me beautiful or even compliments my hair, I know my hair is unique, but I love my hair. I love it. I personally love it. I'm confident in it. I love it. But when somebody else compliments it for the same reason that I don't look like your normal girl, long hair, pretty, wet out, whatever. When somebody says I'm pretty or somebody says I love your hair, instantly I'm like, they don't like it. They think it's weird. Oh my God, I don't look like your original Latina with long hair and everything, long black hair. Oh my God, he must be judging me. Maybe it doesn't look good on me. Oh my God, maybe he's just. We abandon before they can abandon us first. And I already went through that. Just so we can avoid feeling abandoned again, we abandon. Because the last thing we want to do is feel abandoned. So we're like, no, I left you. You didn't leave me. I left you. And it's not really about ego. It's just about the security within ourselves. Like, okay, that person didn't leave me. I left them. It's okay. We're not together because I left them. He didn't abandon me. The last thing we want to do is be abandoned. The thing we prevent the most is being abandoned. So we seek intense feelings, which means love. We do seek intense feelings. You have to show us the same amount of love, the same amount of obsession every day so we can know you still want us. Because any little tiny shift in energy, you show us that you're obsessed with us one day, but you're tired the next day, so you can't really show us the same amount. You're leaving me. You don't want me anymore. Why? Do I have to overdo my love? Do I have to do more? You can see where it can be toxic. Constantly need to feel that intensity within the relationship and love, which is why we try to show it as much as we could. We don't care if we're tired. We don't care about if our feet hurt. We don't care if our head, stomach hurts, whatever. We have to show those same intense feelings so they could have that reassurance that we still want them. but they have to show those same things to us so we could feel like they still want us. You could see where that's not okay. Do you see where people could get tired of us? Something else that sucks a lot and that I am guilty of is that we test everybody to see if you really want us. We test the bitch. We drive a bitch crazy. But we just want a reassurance. We just want a validation. We just want to make sure you still want us. That's why we're questioning. Do you still want us? If I were to do this, would you still want me? If I started talking to another guy, would you be defensive about me? Because if you are, that means you care about me. That means you care. That means you still want me. You could see where you're toxic. We ain't doing that no more. We don't want to do that no more. What the fuck? So yeah, we test everybody and put them through tests to make sure we get the reaction we want. Because if we get the reaction we want, that means they still care about us. That means they still want us. And if they don't react the way we want, or they're not protective, or they're not as loving, or they don't get, quote, aggressive or overprotective, then we're like, oh, you don't want me. We do test you to make sure you love us. Now, we could unintentionally become narcissists. Why? Because a narcissist is excessively self-centered, lacks empathy, craves constant admiration. We feel superior over others and arrogant. Now, that's a narcissist, and you can see why we can seem like narcissists or why we can unintentionally become narcissists, because we are self-centered. It could seem like we're self-centered because we constantly need that validation from us. It's like, no, we're not talking about your feelings, we're talking about how I feel. We're not talking about if I love you, do you love me? So you can see where like we can feel or seem self-centered. Something else is we lack empathy. Sometimes we do, but it's like, if you're thinking about abandoning me with your little energy shifts, do you really think I care about how you feel? No, right now we care about how I feel because I am the one going through the abandonment. I'm the one that's gonna get damaged. So you can see where it could, affect. We do crave constant admiration, which is where people could seem like we can feel superior over others, because we constantly crave that constant admiration. So you can kind of see where that comes to place. Something else that we have to do is avoid emotionally unavailable people. We need to learn how to spot those emotionally unavailable people and remove it. Just fucking remove it. Shit. Remove that. Stop talking to him. Sometimes we do avoid attachment because if we don't get attached, there's no abandonment. If we attach, you're gonna leave us because we over-intensify emotions. So we avoid the attachment and we avoid showing you our intense emotions, because if not, you're gonna abandon us. We also do have to be aware of our triggers so we're able to stop them. How do we become aware of those triggers? By reflecting on previous / past relationships to understand what hurt us and what did they do that caused a trigger that caused us to react with those intense and powerful emotions or responses. So once we're able to be completely aware of the triggers and the wounds, stuff like that, we could avoid it or we could act accordingly. That way there's no damage within ourselves, and then definitely no damage within the other person, of course. We also have to allow people to go. If they want to leave, let a bitch leave. It's not about you, honey. It's about them. They want to leave because they're a dumbass. They want to leave because there's something better coming. They want to leave because they're just not meant to be in your life. So we have to learn how to let people go. As much as we want to be with that person, we just have to let people go. We really do. We also cannot be giving into impulsivity, because you're going to get damaged. You got to get damaged. We also need to live based on the truth. We have to stop that overthinking. And if somebody compliments my hair, I gotta stop thinking something's wrong with my hair. Maybe I have to check it. We have to stop doing that. We have to literally just be based on the truth. If a bitch said he loves you, that means she loves you. If a bitch said you ugly, that means you ugly. What the fuck? Believe it. Don't overthink it. Just fucking believe it. We also need to learn how to take things slow and learn to be alone. Develop relationship with ourselves. But that's practically it. We need to be able to develop relationships with ourselves. That way we can learn to be alone. And next time we want to be in a relationship or somebody comes along, we need to take things slow, bitch. Take things slow. Don't fucking buy him a house the first date, because then he's gonna think you weird. He's gonna be like, what the fuck? I was talking to you guys about something serious and emotional with my shoes on. My little... If you saw the whole thing, you would have been like, I ain't taking you serious. The fuck? Take me serious right now. Do you not see how beautiful these shoes are? Trauma never leaves. Trauma is never gonna leave your life, ever. It's always gonna hold a scar within you, but we do get better at handling the trauma. Is everybody traumatized? Yes. Are we forever gonna be traumatized? Yes. But within time, acknowledgement, and actions, we get better at dealing with them, so that way we don't have to put somebody else through it, or we don't have to live through it.